Sunday update.
Hello.
Now we're back.
It's Sunday
Now we're
update.
there. We're good. Okay. I look weird on my screen, but apparently I don't look weird on the stream, so that's fine.
Yeah, you look just fine.
Okay.
Everything's coming out just fine.
Good. I'm glad. So, Sunday update. Second to last one in March. Lots to cover. I finished this week. Cam finished his Nuzlocke the other day. Sirmina completed probably her most challenging gym this week, yesterday. So we have a lot to talk about in Gen 3, so let's get into it. So first off, let's start with the most interesting story of the week, which was Sirmina, you took on the Flannery at the Lava Ridge Gym
Big gym.
just yesterday.
Yes. It was just yesterday. I felt fine level-wise. The team was, in a good enough place because the super effective moves weren't going to one-hit KO him except for Overheat, because Overheat is just Overheat, so I just had to play the long game and just keep restoring and restoring and restoring while Overheat just kept, lowering and lowering and lowering the special attack. Because then at one point, Purple just stopped using it, and it just used, Smog and Body Slam and nonsense things, and so it was fine.
Remind me, is Smog is an accuracy thing, or no?
No, that's just regular hitter and can poison.
Oh, okay, right.
I think you're thinking of Smokescreen.
I'm thinking of Smokescreen. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Smog is the one that hits and can poison. That's the one that the coughings often know or something.
Yes,
cool.
Exactly. It can poison.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Yeah. So just for any of our viewers who aren't aware, Sirmina's doing a gym leader challenge for Gen 3. She's got all grass types.
If you really see by my name, yes, it is all grass types.
Yeah, so that's why I was particularly. Oh, it's capturing my mouse cursor. That's weird. That's why I was particularly interested in the Flannery gym. Also, well, not the Flannery, Lava Ridge gym and Flannery. Also, the Fortree gym and Winona. I think will be your other big challenge, right?
It'll be interesting. Lily / when it becomes a Cradley is part rock. So it's gonna be okay. I'm gonna have a rock type, a rock move. I still have rock tomb that I need to teach to somebody. I still have someone to stun, someone to grass whistle. I still have leech seed on a couple of my team members. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. I still have the fake out on Nuzly. It'll be fine.
Yeah. No, I definitely think it'll work.
But it'll be fine.
I mean, if you can make it through a fire gym, you can make it through a flying gym.
I think so.
I'm pretty sure. High hopes for that. And definitely with that rock type.
Yeah, that's going to be the biggest savior. I'm trying to think if... Breloom is a fighting type. But a lot of fighting types, if they're punchy, they can learn, the elemental punches.
Oh, so we can learn...
However, I don't know if I have access to that.
What, Ice Punch and Thunder Punch? Is that the other? Because Fire Punch you don't really need. You can handle...
Yep.
Yeah. But it would be really helpful to have the other two.
Yeah. But we still have the catch of physical versus special is still just based on type.
Yes.
As opposed to what the move actually looks like. That split's not happening until next gen, when we start playing Diamond Pearl Platinum in April.
Right.
So all the punches are still special, so they're useless. They're fucking useless.
Wait, is Breloom's...
Attack.
Oh, that
Attack
sucks.
monster.
That's really dumb.
It's the worst.
Yeah. Now, that could work to your advantage when you get to Fortree, though, potentially. Because all those flying moves are going to be physical. I don't know if that helps you or not.
defenses, because whoever was surviving in Flannery's gym isn't really going to have a great chance in Winona's gym, and vice versa. Because the fire types are all special, flyings are all physical, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's going to be interesting.
Well, I can tell you that, like, a Pelipper has an absolute trash attack stat. Great special,
Yeah.
but it can't use its special to boost any of those flying moves, which is nice if you're trying to kill it, and not as nice if you're trying to use it to beat things.
Yeah.
Well,
Good job, Pelipper.
what is this? I have so many like buttons on my screen now. I'm gonna have to show you guys this later because there's a lot going on. Too much, arguably too much going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, since Cam is not here this week, I'll give like maybe a brief teaser recap of what happened, but I strongly encourage anyone who's watching to go actually watch his finale. Cam was doing a Nuzlocke for Gen 3. He was only using Gen 3 Pokemon. He wasn't using any Gen 1 or Gen 2. So he took on the Elite Four and the Champ the other night after running through kind of the end of the dramatically shorter Sapphire story. And he did it. There were some losses along the way. If you want to see those, definitely check out the video. I have put a gravestone behind Blaze Boy. Poor guy.
We're so close. It would have been so poetic if he finished with Blaze Boy, where it's like it's the first Pokemon that he gets, and then it's the last Pokemon he uses. But it was like just one Pokemon shy of it. Like
I gotta say though, like
lost the Metagross.
Blaze Boy, that didn't hurt. When he lost Blaze Boy, I was like, I don't care. When he lost Thalma,
that hurt.
I was deeply sad.
That really hurt.
Yeah, and that was hard. Definitely
Thalma
worth.
was so great against Phoebe.
What'd you say? I know, and it was so bad because I was, of course, like the Absol is just gonna help him just burst down that hole, but no, didn't have it. I did fine. My 3 Pokemon did fine.
So did it.
Manectric is dead to me. Dead to me.
Oh yeah, I kept missing Thunder. That was so funny.
I needed him to hit Thunder 3 crucial times, and every one of those times he missed.
Was there ever a possibility that you would have taught Rain Dance to any of your Pelipper or Swampert, or if I don't know if Manectric can learn it, but Manectric?
I should have, and I didn't. And actually, the other thing that I should have done was replaced Thunder with Charge. Because Charge doubles the power of the next electric move.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the other do you remember the name of the other electric move that I have that isn't coming to my mind right now? Was it Shockwave?
It's either Shockwave or Thunderbolt. I can't remember right now.
I think it was Shockwave because I didn't have Thunderbolt at all this gen.
Then Shockwave.
So Shockwave can't miss, and it's got 60 power. If you use Charge before it, you're basically, instead of Thunder, which is 120 power and a 70% chance of hitting, you now have 120 power and a guaranteed hit. So it does burn a turn, but it means you won't ever miss on that second turn. I think that probably would have been the better move in a case like the Gyarados that I missed with Thunder and then bodied half my team before I had the chance to do anything else. Like, I probably would have just hit him with the Shockwave because Gyarados is water flying, right? So I don't really need to double that one up. I think I can just toss that one out and see what 60 power does.
Basically already double just because it is
Exactly.
quadruple effective
Yeah,
on Fairness.
exactly. So that was fun. I think, just by the way, the honestly, the challenge I had was probably the easiest of the three. For two reasons. First of all, and you mentioned this very early on, all my XP is going to like 2 Pokemon.
Yeah.
And that makes you just crazy over-leveled at like almost every point in the game, as long as you put a little effort into grinding early on.
That is true. You're not having to like spread it amongst like 6 different Pokemon. You're not having to switch out like an early game Pokemon for like a mid game or late game. Say if you got, I don't know, like if you were to get Absol at some point, like you would probably have to switch out like Pelipper, Manectric, or Swampert, and then like grind away again from the beginning. But you're still only at 3, so like it'll be really easy. But if you were switching out like any of your 6, where you'd been spreading experience across 6, yeah, it does get a little trickier, and it does take some more time.
Yeah,
I felt a little bit of that
with
with the team that I have, because right now
you're still at 5.
I have 5. I just got the 5th one. I went into Flannery with 4.
Yep.
Because I got Roselia in like the what was it, after I beat right before Watson, and like I leveled up Roselia on stream, and then I took him on with the 4 of them. Yeah.
Because you had not yet caught Lileep, right? You did that after?
Yeah, Lileep. I did the fossil at the very, very end of yesterday.
Yep. Cool. I think like in the early game is very helpful, because you can have a Pokemon that's way higher level than it should be, and that can really be a help, especially in like speed contests where you shouldn't win the speed contest but you do, because you have levels on the other guy. I found that was really helpful with, especially like, I think Pelipper, who is not supposed to like outspeed most of the Pokemon in the game, I'm pretty sure, but routinely did. So that worked out.
Oh my goodness. The fact that you were so over leveled for like your entire first half of your streams, I just kind of sat there and I was like, well, he's just gonna win everything. Like nothing's gonna really happen. It's gonna be fine. Like he can face off fucking Watson and still win because it's fine. He's just so over leveled.
Yeah.
And I mean, you have Swampert, Marshtomp. Like it was fine just based on that.
Yeah.
But you know,
a more appropriate challenge for me might be like
second rival battle.
Yeah. Better challenge for me might be like no grinding challenge. Like don't go level up off stream for 20 hours. Although I didn't this time.
Grinding.
What did you say?
2021.
But did you see my final timestamp this time? Because I did a lot better.
Yeah, it wasn't like 150 hours or anything like that. It was like, what was it? Like,
I think it was 27, which I like don't really believe, but whatevs.
If you had only 3, it makes sense.
Yeah.
That's a much more believable timestamp as 27.
Yeah.
Like that's in line with like expectations that I had for the games.
Yeah, because we had been talking early on. The number we put to it was like 30 hours, kind of, to beat a game.
Like take your time, explore around.
Yeah.
Do a little bit of what I was saying, where it's like you have your early game team, then your mid game team, then your late game team. Give them time to train, churn out the levels, all that jazz. It's about there.
Yeah. All right. Makes sense.
At least that's my experience. I don't know about anybody else.
Yeah. I think this was the first gen where Cam's playtime was higher than mine was. Because... Well, it must have been because he was being so careful. He had like a lot more risks. Because, I mean, I could, like, do all the... I could do that May battle 4 times in a row if I wanted to, but he couldn't.
True.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for the next, like, week and a half. Because I have beaten this game, but unlike Cam, I'm still here. I can still stream.
That's true. You can. I know that the suggestion was brought to you at some point to do legendary catching, battle frontier matches, exploring just like other aspects of the map that you couldn't initially get. Because now that you have waterfall and such, like there's a couple of places that you hadn't been able to reach before that you can now.
Good to know.
On the map. You may have seen it around, like as you were exploring the map, that like there would be pockets of like waterfalls in the distance of your gameplay. Like Meteor Falls is one.
Oh, yes.
You can really only access the immediate floor, and then once you get waterfall, you can go to like a couple of other floors, catch a bag on. Great stuff.
Oh yeah, because
I pick up your Beldam after beating the Elite Four.
I go to Steven's house for
I was banking
that.
on one at one point, but I think Beldam is post game.
Yeah, it's Cam and I were talking about this last game, or not? Last game, Gen 2. Because both of us wanted to go and get a Larvitar.
Oh yes, wait. Mount's over. Mm-hmm.
Right, but you can't do that until you have beaten the game 6 ways to Sunday.
Yep.
Like, you've got to beat every gym in Johto, and then beat the Elite Four and the Champion, and then go and beat every gym in Kanto. That's absurd. What'd you say?
But also, knowing that Mount Silver and like what's at the end of Mount Silver, the end.
Oh, because isn't
you
that
gotta be prepared for it.
Isn't that red?
They make you be ready for it, and then you have to be like 16 badges day before you take on Mount Silver. Yep. I mean, you remember how like freakishly low leveled Johto is compared to Kanto when we ran through Red, Blue, Yellow, Emerald, right? Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. Johto is underleveled compared to Hoenn in terms of like the final levels you need to be.
Yes.
By the time you face the Elite Four and such.
Because we were getting away with like 40s, low 50s. Oh
yeah, I beat the Elite Four and Champion at level 40 with all my Pokemon. Yeah.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
Because
it was very short.
This run through in Hoenn, I definitely had a level 60. I think Pelipper was level 60.
Yeah, you need me like 55 or so.
Dang.
To think about it. Mm-hmm.
Well,
I think Kanto I was at 50 when I walked in. Maybe 51.
That sounds about what I was. I was over-leveled for Kanto. Because remember, I had that ridiculous Snorlax throughout the game.
That's a lot of level grinding. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, seeing Cam play the Nuzlocke, like, not gonna lie, I think I do want to try one. I'm not sure. We need to talk a little more this week and into next about what we're gonna do for Gen 4. I'm really interested in Next Generation because it's the last one that we're all playing the same. Like, we're kind of all playing the same game next gen. I know there's differences always between like the first 2 versions and the 3rd version, but when we get to like Gen 5 and 6, the schedule gets all screwy. We're doing like Gen 5 and Gen 6 at the same time, and then we're doing like Gen 7, Gen 8 at the same time. So this is like the last one we all have together. If there's something cool that we can all do, that could be a nice time for it. But also, like, I'm not making everyone do a Nuzlocke because that's insane. And it was clearly very stressful for Cam.
It is stressful.
Yeah.
I think I was telling you guys in an earlier update that the first one I ever did was Fire Red. Like on my own Game Boy Advance. And I like panicked the whole game. And I like lost someone in Victory Road. And I was so mad. And it was a whole thing. And like similar to Cam losing Thelma like at Kyogre. Basically he's ready to take on the Elite Four with his team. And then suddenly Kyogre just fucks his shit up, you know? And
yeah.
KOs him.
I feel so bad because I was watching. So Cam shows up at the Kyogre thing. And I said out loud, like basically to Nicole, Master Ball. Like when he got in there. And then I was like, oh wait, maybe he's saving the Master Ball for something else. I don't know. That's just what came to mind. But I was like, oh, maybe he's saving the Master Ball. And then he goes to use, I think he used Thunder. And I was like, okay, that's aggressive. Like, you're going to faint out the water Pokemon that you're fighting, which you definitely do not want to do. But then it worked out. And I was like, oh, okay, he's trying to use an Ultra Ball. And then, of course, he wound up using the Master Ball anyway. I was just so frustrated because I could have put it in the chat. And I didn't.
It was an unnecessary death.
Yeah.
If he used a Master Ball already, or he was gonna use a Master Ball,
it was sad.
Why is Thelma just sacrificed like that?
I lay no blame to Cam, though. I understand the mistake. I mean, we've all seen my Gen 1 stream with Mewtwo, where I literally forgot how the Master Ball worked. And that I had it. Also, remember that in that stream, my box had one open slot.
Oh, God.
And Mewtwo was the one I caught. And it went into that one open slot.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I literally wouldn't have.
End up, like, running into that problem. I don't remember seeing that problem on your streams for either of you, where it comes up that's like, you don't have any more space in your storage to catch this Pokemon kind of a message.
It came up right after I caught Mewtwo. There's a moment in that Gen 1 bonus stream where right after I caught the Mewtwo, I went and I found, like, I don't remember who I found. It was something cool. I was like, oh, sick. And I went to catch it. And it was just like, no. Fuck you.
I'm trying to think. What's in there? There's a bunch of Ditto in there. There's Slowbro. There's... My brain goes to Cloyster. I'm not sure if that's true.
So I thought it was a rock type or a... Wait, what was that one?
Rhydon? Rhyhorn?
Yes, Rhydon.
Bingo! Okay,
nice.
Yeah.
But, yeah, because there had been a game... So when I first figured out the super speed on, like, the... How to speed up the game on the things we use for it, I was like, oh my god, this is great. So I took my Rhydon, and I just went... This was in, like, 5 years ago, I think. I took my Rhydon and just went and farmed it up. I farmed it up and farmed it up. And I had an level 85 Rhyhorn or something. And I would just...
evolved it to a Rhydon?
Wait, which one... Which way does it go?
Horn turns to Dawn.
Got it. I had evolved the Horn into a Dawn.
Okay, great.
I was head of the Mafia. And I went and I just steamrolled through things. I just remember being at, like...
Incredible.
Lavender Town or something, and one of the ghosts confused my Rhydon, and he's like a level 85 Rhydon, and he just like punches himself in the face and repeatedly and basically KOs himself, and I was so mad that I rage quit. I was like, I can't do this anymore, because I had no one else on my team. I was just like steamrolling through everything with this rock type. Who would only obey me like half the time. At that point, I had no badges. I was at freaking Lavender Town with a level 80 Pokemon.
Wait. Did I totally skip the part about how you got your Rhyhorn in the first place? Or are you just talking about like a...
I literally don't remember. I just remembered that experience as being very positive. So when I saw the Rhyhorn in the cave, I was like, oh my god, I gotta catch it. Then I can level it up to level 85 and steamroll stuff again, even though I'm like, I'm literally done with this game. I don't need Pokemon for anything. And then I went to catch it, and the game was like, there's no more room in your box. I was like, okay, fuck this. I'll just wait for Gen 2.
That's so great.
Someone in the chat is asking about our Pogo codes. I'm trying to pull mine up. But you should totally share yours if...
let me grab it.
Yeah. Also, for the first time, just a shout out to like us for figuring this out. But we're streaming to YouTube, Twitch, and Periscope. I don't really know what Periscope is. So...
I have no idea either.
Are we live on Twitter? Is that what's happening?
Possibly. I have no clue.
I legit don't.
I don't know how Periscope works.
Okay, well, I googled Periscope. Oh, you know what? We are live on Twitter right now.
Nice.
Which is super cool.
So exciting.
Because I googled Periscope earlier today, and it was just like, oh yeah, there's a bunch of neo-Nazis on there. And I was like, oh shit, maybe we shouldn't stream to that. But if you're out there and you're on Periscope and, I don't know, you're a member of the alt-right and you like Pokemon, come watch our channel. Or if you're just not that, but you like Pokemon, subscribe to our channel.
I have put my Pogo code in the chat. It is there.
Oh,
so, go ahead and add me.
Yeah. And I'm getting so much better at sending people gifts now.
Okay, good.
I forgot for like 6 months. We've been on a good streak, Sirmina. We've been
doing really well.
Yeah, we've been doing
so
great.
Proud. It's been so weird because I played Pokemon Go. Like I started it as soon as it came out. I just remember going on like walks and like dates to catch Pokemon with like whoever I was dating. It's a whole thing. And I just remember going around all the time trying to catch all the Gen 1 Pokemon. And it was great. It was fun. It felt like it was the closest the world came to world peace.
Yes.
Was when Pogo came out. And everyone was trying to like fight in the gyms together, do all the things. It was great. And I kept it going for like a year. And then I think it was after mid 2017, I kind of like fell off of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had just introduced Gen 2. And I think I went from like a high density city to kind of like very sparse. There's like nothing going on.
That's what it was, yeah.
It was bad, right? It was just kind of like that was when they had it very, very particular about how many Pokemon there were and where it was. And it was based on the activity of users and blah, blah, blah. And because of that, like I had nothing to catch. I had nothing to do. So I was like, well, I am kind of stuck here. So I'm just not going to continue.
Now,
and 1 month ago, I pick it back up, and suddenly we have like, how many generations of Pokemon have been added to this entire fucking game? Like, what is it?
Are we in Gen 7 now? I don't know.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. We have 7 generations in the Galar region.
So what happened on the back end, while you were doing that, is in summer 2017. I was taking the bus to work. Now, if you live in Baltimore and you don't know this is a life hack. Okay? Life hack. It'll change your life, but only if you play Pokemon Go. So what you do is you incubate an egg, and then you get on the Baltimore bus. Now, the Baltimore buses move so slowly through traffic that the thing that detects whether you're in a car literally will not think you're in a car. So I would take the bus to work, and it was like probably, I think it was 5 miles round trip. And it literally thought that I was walking the whole time.
Jesus Christ. So you had like kilometers on kilometers on kilometers on kilometers.
I would hatch at least 1 egg every day from riding the bus. And then my workplace was a gym. Not a Pokestop, but a gym. So anytime I had a bathroom break, I would take the gym. And then put like a Pokemon in it or give a berry to my guy who was already in there. So I have like 14 days of defending time on that gym out of my work, which is great.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And then I got my like full-time job in the fall, and I found this out 3 years later, like right as I was leaving the job, casually mentioned by a coworker who was like, "Oh yeah, this place used to be a Pokestop, but I reported it and they removed it because all the kids were getting distracted." I was like, "Oh my god, you ruined my life."
Oh my god.
Yeah. So when I could have been just spinning Pokestop all day, I just wasn't. While that was happening, Cam got his job at a work with 2 Pokestops, I believe, like right there. So he was just like becoming the god tier Pokemon Go player that we now know him as. Yeah.
Jesus. That's incredible. Good job, Cam. Good job, both of you.
But no, we're all good.
It's not a stop. The Pokestop that's in the plaza where I work is like in the grass outside in the lawn. So if I ever wanted to, I would have to go outside for like a lunch break or something and do that. But I cannot access it myself from like where I normally sit at my desk. So I remember looking at it. I remember trying when I first started, and it didn't work out. And I went to the office on, what is it now? Thursday? I think it was Thursday, that day that we were supposed to get that really bad storm. Because I wanted to use the parking garage for hail possibilities, and I didn't want my car to get hit, so I just went to the garage and parked it there, and then Ubered back to my place, and I saw the stops, and I was like, it hasn't changed.
Nope.
Has not changed. I still don't have one in my building. Still outside of my building and out of reach.
So sad. So sad. Yeah. But now we're all pretty great at Pogo. Kind of inarguably, because we all have the Gen 1 legendaries. Except, was Zapdos the one that we couldn't get for you?
I tried like 3 times.
Zapdos is impossible.
That was tough. I think I caught Articuno in like 2 balls, and I was like, "Oh, this is easy."
Yeah. Articuno, I think I caught first on the first ball, which is not what happened when we played when I played Pokemon Red. Fun story there. But have I ever told you about when Cam and I first tried to catch Zapdos?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Okay. So this is back in. Hey, do you remember what year we went to see Panic? 2018?
I think so.
This is like 2018, I think July.
Mm-hmm.
And Cam had come down, we were going to go see Panic at the Disco. This is back in like the time where you could see people and do things. And and we live like a block or 2 near like a concert hall where they're performing. So before the concert, at some point, we were like, "Oh, there's this Zapdos raid down there, like outside. We'll just go run down." And what we didn't realize is it was raining.
Oh my god!
And so I think Zapdos was weather boosted. First of all, which was a problem. Second of all, it was like really raining, like to the degree that I think the water coming down the streets was like over my shoes. So we're like jumping through puddles and stuff, and we found there's this little overhang in one of the buildings where we could stand, and we're like right in range of the gym. So we literally stood just under this overhang, and we're like covering the phone so it doesn't get. And of course, the Zapdos is weather boosted, so it's like crazy strong. It's just the 2 of us because everybody else is not stupid and is inside during this crazy rainstorm. So we got like almost immediately wiped out. And we just go home and Nicole's like, "Oh, did you catch Zapdos?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then we finally admitted, like, no, we didn't even come close.
Oh my god.
Barely scratched that thing. Looks like one of our viewers, Golden XX Trap, also has all the Gen 1 legendaries, which is cool.
Good work. I'm jealous.
Do I have a spare Zapdos? I could trade you a Zapdos. Or we can just find a Zapdos raid next time they come around.
At some point.
We'll have to do that.
I thought that with the current electric type focused event that they have going on, I was like,
Charger?
Oh, maybe. But it's really just like all Thundurus and that's it. So,
yeah.
No.
Who I also don't have yet. I need to get that guy. He's so strong.
He's really strong. The three of us are going to have to probably like work for it.
Yeah, we'll need to get Cam's bonus account. Invite him to something since he's away. Far from civilization now. Yeah, if you see any, I'd be down to help out. That would be cool.
Figure this out.
Oh my god.
I feel so low level compared to you guys though.
You're
Just
what?
because I've like not played for 3.5 years and suddenly I'm back again. I feel so underleveled.
Well, the trick that has helped me the most is just hitting those streaks.
True.
Because I'm usually not that good at them, but when I do hit the streaks, it helps a lot. One thing I've done... Oh, this doesn't help. This doesn't help you, because you don't have to take your cat for a walk. But every time I take Brainy for a walk, I try to just hit all the Pokestops again. Cam got me this thing. I don't know if I told you, that for my birthday last year, the Pokemon Go Plus. And
what is that?
You connect it to your phone via Bluetooth, and then you don't have to have the app open, and it will just spin stops as you walk by them.
Are you serious?
And it'll try to catch Pokemon, but it's not very good at it. It throws one red Pokeball. And that's all
like
it does.
Pokemon,
And if it fails, then it can't do it again. Yeah.
Wow. Is that considered cheating?
No, it's an official Niantic product. Pokemon Company product, yeah. I'm planning, when school goes back, I'm excited because I'll have to walk around the campus a little bit, and then I can just have this, like, doing stuff while I'm walking. Unless
I do remember that was, like, a lot of great fun, was walking around 2016 and 2017.
Yeah.
Around a densely populated city and a densely populated college campus.
Yep, and because was the button a gym? Is that true?
Yes, the button was a gym.
Yeah, because I remember, like, we went down there one time to, like, take the button, and then, like, I think the button and the compass, so you could, like, hit them both.
Was the compass a gym or a Pokestop?
I think there was either the compass or something near the compass was a gym. Because I remember you could stand by the compass.
The bench.
It might have been
bench.
the Benjamin Franklin bench.
It might have been the Benjamin Franklin bench.
If anyone's ever in Philadelphia, don't forget to go to Penn's campus, sit on the Benjamin Franklin bench, make sure to sit on it and get your picture there.
Yep.
Highly recommend.
Yeah, it's a great tourist spot.
Yep.
To say, like, hey, I was here and I got to hang out with Ben while he's reading his newspaper. I'm going to go sit next to him and put my arm around him and read the paper alongside him, you know? Mm-hmm.
If you lick the bench, it's good luck.
If you kiss Ben, you'll find true love on Penn's campus.
So I can see, I'm going to show you guys this later, I can see how many viewers we have from OBS with Restream.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
Oh, I love it.
That's lit. Okay. So, what do you have next? You just did Flannery. You caught Lileep.
I need to. Well, I defeated Flannery, so next is going to be Norman, and going east on the map. The other grass type that I can get Cacnea technically, because it is a legal grass type. However, my decision is I already have Nuzleaf. I prefer the C-Dot Nuzleaf Shiftry line to the Cacnea Cacturn line. At least
Cacnea become a dark grass in the...
Yeah, Cacturn is dark grass.
Got it. Mm-hmm. I guess the term.
Yeah. I just like Nuzleaf better, and I think there's a better variety of moves, if I remember correctly, I think.
Probably.
Because in my head, and I think this is correct, I think that he gets to learn Extra Sensory, which is a psychic move. So I can at least have a psychic type move on my team.
Now I'm googling it.
Okay.
Extra Sensory at level 49.
Booyah, there it goes.
So, yeah. Now, I'm wondering when Shiftry learns that, if he does.
I don't think Shiftry really learns anything. That's the problem with all the Stone Evolution Pokemon, is that because of the fact that you can literally level them up whenever, I think that Nintendo purposefully made it so that, like, it's trying to make you be patient to evolve them whenever you have the right moveset for them.
Yeah.
So if Nuzleaf learns Extra Sensory at 49, I'm waiting until after 49.
Yep.
For Shiftry, basically.
I remember that being true with the Niddos.
The Niddos.
Once you evolve with a Moonstone, you're basically locked in, right?
Mm-hmm. Same thing happened with the Ninetales. It was great. In Blue, I waited for Vulpix to get a decent moveset before I evolved it.
What do you evolve? Is it a Firestone?
Yeah.
Got it. Makes sense.
Let's see. The last grass type that I have an option to get, because I know we talked about getting me a Lotad and a Lombre and a Ludicolo so I can have a grass water by trade, but I'm gonna be stubborn and say only catchables in Ruby.
That's fine.
I'll be stubborn. But my last option is Tropius. So I can at least have a flying type, grass flying. That'd be great.
That'd be clutch.
Tropius can at least learn fly. It's gonna be fine. So I get to ride my big fucking banana dinosaur like all throughout Hoenn.
Tropius is such a like... You know how like clearly the Pokemon designers like wanted to make sure you knew that like Lotad was not like the boss Pokemon. Like Lotad is very clearly like low tier, you know. Yeah. He is not very important. And as compared to like Groudon, like when the Groudon sprite drops in, you're like, this is a big deal.
It's a really big deal. Groudon's a really big deal.
Tropius is the one Pokemon that I've seen where the artwork for him is just goes way too hard. Tropius looks like he should be just running shit. But he's just like a casual member of like Pokemon Ranger squads, and like I think he is he one of Winona's?
Probably.
I think Winona has a Tropius, but like he's just not that important. He just looks like, you know, I am a Brontosaurus crossed with a palm tree. I'm gonna body your whole team. And you're just like, you're just a grass flying type with decent stats. I don't even know. I've never looked him up.
I love just like the idea of Tropius. It's ridiculous, but also I never understood the appeal of Tropius as like a Pokemon to use for my team. But now that I'm going to be forced to use Tropius, I am understanding how wonderful Tropius is going to be.
You can dodge earthquakes, that's all that matters.
Exactly. Exactly.
Not sure that helps you too much, but yeah. One thing I need to look up after we're done here is what your... Is your E4 and champion the same as Cam's?
Yeah.
Like exactly the same? Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So I'm going to have a lot of fun with 3 of them.
Ice. Wait.
Dragon and Steel.
Does Dragon...
Technically, Dragon is a little resistant to the base elementals of Grass, Water, Fire. Like, Grass, Water, Fire is not very effective against Dragon.
Got it. I always wondered how that worked.
It's shit. Basically, it's just shit.
Yeah,
so,
that's not great. Do you have anyone on your whole crew that can learn Ice Beam?
I don't know.
That would be... I feel like that would be an important thing to discover. Because that could be huge. I mean, if you had Ice Beam, that gets you through any flying enemies. That gets you through dragons.
I can try and get Ice Punch. And we just, like...
True.
I don't know.
I mean, Ice Punch, Ice Beam, doesn't matter. They're all special.
It matters the type of move that it is, because a Breloom can punch, but it can't shoot a beam through its mouth.
Right. True. But it's not like it's not like you need to worry about what kind of damage it does, because it all does special damage, because it's Gen 3.
Yeah, I hate that I did this to myself.
The grass type thing.
I can't believe this. This is fucking trash. This is the worst. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's been fine so far.
Yeah.
But E4 is gonna suck. That's all I got.
E4 is probably gonna suck. A little bit. A little bit.
E4 and Champ.
You will have...
I will just teach someone Earthquake and it'll be fine.
At least... Yeah, true. At least you'll have 6 Pokemon. Which should help.
True.
I mean, just speaking as someone who didn't have 6 Pokemon, it was helpful. Also, I caught this in Cam's chat from when he was going to the E4. He stops at the shop right before he goes in, and I'm frantically in the chat telling him to buy revives. Because I'm an idiot.
So awful.
I'm
I thought
an
you
idiot.
were joking. I really thought that you were just like making a whole big thing about the fact that he can't.
No, I forgot. He's buying full restores, and I'm like, no, you need to buy revives too, because you can't just full restore someone if they fainted. And then I'm like, oh. God. I realized it like as I was going to sleep that night. I was like, oh, that's why he couldn't buy revives. So yeah.
Good God, yeah, like during Cam's, I just like I had plans that night, so I couldn't like watch, because like Dave and I went to go climbing, so I cannot be on my phone when I am 40 feet in the air, you know. So
I feel that it's probably
you shouldn't be. And we were sitting there waiting for takeout when I like turned it on, and he was in the middle of Phoebe, and I was like, God damn, like I cannot believe I'm at Sydney, like the whole Kyogre thing. And I saw your frantic texts, and that was just kind of like, we need moral support. And I was like, oh God, what the fuck happened?
It was really
What's
the Thalma
going on
thing.
here?
The Thalma thing destroyed us. That was hard.
Eek.
Yeah. Cam didn't talk for like half an hour after that. The stream was just like silent. except for the tapping of keys. But I understood, man. I understood. Yeah. Okay, so some stuff to look forward to. Well, we got some gyms coming up. I don't remember what the next gym is after Flannery.
Yeah, Flannery, and then Norman, which is the normal type.
Oh, so the slacking.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, I already know what I'm going to do because I have dig.
Yeah.
So the turn that he's attacking, I will be underground. The turn that he's loafing, I will be above ground and hit. Like, I know what I'm going to do there.
Yeah, you're good.
It'll be easy to just kind of, like, run through that.
Yeah.
And just play the waiting game.
Yep. So that should be cool. That's probably in an upcoming stream this week. I don't know our schedule yet. I will post something on Twitter and Facebook when I have it. But I'm thinking I want to do like a something stream at least once this week. Like you were saying, I have some options. I can go do Legendary Hunt, or I can do look for some of those waterfalls and see where I can get to. I think, what was it, Meteor Falls? You can maybe poke around in. So I'll have to check some of that out. Just see if there's
random places with waterfalls that you'll be able to run around.
Exactly.
Find some things. Did you do the Reggie puzzle?
No.
You can try the Reggie puzzle. I saw you were trying to do it during one of those streams when you were like going from Pacific Log to the west, like over and over and over again.
Nope. Wasn't trying to do it.
You did. Oh, I had the sound off, so I don't.
You are giving me way too much credit here. Here's what was happening when I was going to the west repeatedly. Was I was trying to find the tower.
Peter.
I would go to the town, and the guy was like, "Oh, there's a tower a little further out." I was like, "Well, I came from the east, so he must mean to the west." So I would go to the west, and I would go through all the tides. And then finally, I was just like, I'm just going to Google where this thing is. And literally the first thing that came up on Google was east of Pacific Logtown.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, well, I'll go east.
You know, whenever I would surf, I kind of like swoop up and down like this so that I can get to the like top barriers and the bottom barriers. I did that when I was going from Olivine to Mahogany to make sure I got like as many trainers as I could around the Whirl Islands.
Yeah.
I went like left and right, up and down. If you had just done that, going towards Pacific Log from Sutopolis.
Shit, yeah.
You gotta explore every inch when you're in the water.
That would have saved me like probably a good 30 minutes.
But I can tell you now that all those crazy currents is like a puzzle of something.
I know that there's something, like, there were clearly things that I wasn't able to get to because I went the wrong way. So I feel like if I go back, I might be able to get to some of the islands I wasn't at before.
When I was like my first copy of Emerald, I also had that physical Ruby and Sapphire guide. Because you know how they used to have like the physical copies of all the guides for all the games?
Yes!
Great, right? I had the Ruby Sapphire one. I remember very particularly because like I couldn't get it and I would just like look and like trace with a finger like where I need to go. Because I just couldn't figure it out. I was like 8, right? You just, what 8-year-old's gonna do it right off the bat and figure it out? Like, it's pretty substantial.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't even limit that to 8-year-olds. I think.
Yeah.
I think a 25-year-old would probably struggle with most of the puzzles. I think no 25-year-old should be reasonably expected to do all the puzzles in Pokemon. They're too hard. So, you know, just hypothetically, if we had a 25-year-old on our project, I don't think they should be shamed for not knowing how to do the puzzles. I just want to state that.
I didn't have any idea how to do the puzzles.
State that publicly for the record.
I don't remember anything about it because I just remember it was really hard and it was a pain and it was so very, very precise. At least I felt like it was very precise as a 8-year-old. I thought it was very precise for which tiles I had to go on and which ones not to. So
yeah. The one I'm really proud of myself for figuring out was the ice puzzle, which I think is like the only one.
Oh, Sisopoulos? The gym?
Yes. Because that one, like, I went to the first thing. It took me like a couple times to get what was even happening.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait, I understand. And I was able to do the next two pretty quickly. I was happy with myself for that because,
Yeah,
that's like the first puzzle I really felt confident about. Getting better, guys.
There's also, speaking of puzzles, there's some very fun puzzles. I went through this very briefly when I was going from Slateport to Mauville earlier in the week. The Trick House that is on Route 110.
Which I never went in because I never got cut.
The fuck you mean you never got cut?
Didn't ever get it. Whole game.
Go fucking get cut and just do that whole house.
Okay. I literally never went and got the HM. I don't have it. Like, it's not in my HM pocket. I've never cut. I didn't cut down a single tree in all of Pokemon Emerald, and I'm actually like so satisfied with that decision.
There's so many like things you're missing out on. There's like random items, Trick House, and this guy, like the Trick House guy, you get to do a new puzzle
every time you beat a new badge.
Yeah. So you have like 7 puzzles with him to do. So you can just like go in the house, do the puzzle, get the item when he's just like, oh, I did all this stuff and you just did it in like a day. Walk out of the house, go back in, and it resets to the next one.
Nice.
And
that
then
could
you
be like
just
a whole
keep doing
stream.
that. The final thing, I guess. Yeah. But
That'll
also
be...
the Battle Frontier stuff in Emerald's really cool.
That'll be very puzzling.
Oh, God. Awful.
Yeah. Well... Okay, so now I know what I'm doing this week on stream. Maybe I can get 2 streams out of that. I figure I'll go waterfall hunting one day, and then I'll go puzzle hunting another day.
And you'll go cutting. You'll go cutting another day. Yeah.
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 Fine.
Chop down some goddamn trees.
Now I gotta find room on my team for cut. Maybe Manectric can learn cut. I can make him forget thunder. I don't want Manectric to know thunder anymore. He doesn't deserve it.
Shockwave, that's enough. That's enough. Shockwave is enough.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's fine.
Never should have let him not learn charge. But
It's fine.
I've actually managed to get through the game with all the HMs that I needed on the 3 Pokemon on my team that I've been going with. Because I have basically everything. I think the only one that I'm missing is Cut and Flash.
Flash you literally don't need. That's okay. That one you can
I
skip.
really wish I'd had it for Victory Road, though.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, that's right. This is the Victory Road where you need Flash.
That was
As you
not
can tell,
fun.
I skipped those. I did not see those parts.
That was not fun. It was not.
I'm so sorry for your troubles.
Well, it's all good, because I made it through eventually with a whole lot of running into double battles and a little bit of frustratedly Googling the path at the end. So, it's all good in the hood. We made it through. That's what I need. A no Google challenge. No, not happening.
Okay, that can be your Gen 4 challenge, is a no Google challenge.
No, not happening, because then I won't know any learn sets.
Fine.
Fine. Yeah, no, I'll talk with you guys more about it, because this could be a good time for me to do a Nuzlocke, or it could be a good time for us to do something as one. Unified VPP. I don't know, we'll talk about it.
I can tell you that the one-type challenge is so much fun.
We can be gym leaders in Gen 4.
We can be gym leaders in Gen 4.
That's an interesting one. We'll have to run it by Cam. That would be a lot easier to do than a full Nuzlocke. Well, maybe. Who knows? We'll see.
I do need to double check though, and we'd have to probably think about like what types we would want to do if we were to do that. Like if it matches our starter, or if it's like we get a certain type instead. Like I don't know. We aim for only something that ends up being like you can't get it until mid game or something. I don't know, but
yeah, we also don't want to do like a type that is so rare that you basically can't have a full team.
Yeah.
I don't know if that really applies.
There was something with Gen 4 and fire types that was really, really great. Just kidding. It was not great. It was really, really bad. I want to say lack of fire types in Gen 4.
Lack of fire types in Gen 4. Could make sense.
If it's lack of Gen 4 fire types, or if it's just overall lack of fire types available.
Let's see.
Because your
actually,
legendary
it looks like there are very few.
Overall, or just Gen 4? Very few.
I don't see a whole lot in Gen 4.
Yeah.
I don't know. Could be wrong. We'll look that up. But yeah, I don't see many. There's actually very few fire types. Period. Kind of. But yeah.
3 kind of helped with that a little bit. I mean, you saw all those brand new fire types. You got the camera, the pneumo camera line. You had the Torkoal. Torchic is great. The Torchic line is phenomenal. Who else is there? Actually, maybe there's not very many, right?
Well, we'll have to look into it. I was thinking of starting a Turtwig in Gen 4, which I think is Gen 4.
Yeah, Turtwig is cute. You get that whole, like, grass ground, like, you get the whole fucking earth on a turtle's back. Throw back to some kind of, like, old lore of sorts.
Which I feel like if I do the Turtwig start, that pretty much makes me the grass boy.
You can do grass or ground eventually.
Yeah.
You know.
But if we're doing a gym leader challenge, that's probably it's definitely one of those two that I'd be picking. So
I think all 3 will get like a double typing option. Because Piplup becomes Empoleon at one point, which is water steel. So whoever's doing Piplup could think about doing like all steel types.
Wow.
Steven 2.0. Chimchar I think is the same kind of set as Torchic. It's firefighting, so you'd have to choose either fire only or fighting only.
The other question is whether I take the starter through the first route, I catch a bird, and then I just become a bird keeper for the rest of the game. Because I've been interested in doing that. Last in this past game, I think in Gen 1 I didn't really have a bird type. I stand by the sentence I just said. So. I know it's called the flying type, but it's the bird type in my head, in my heart. Cam got me last gen, caught me saying the fish type should be weak to the pelican type, which I also maintain it should be true. I think fish type Pokemon should be weak to bird type Pokemon. No. And I plan on releasing my full categorization of Pokemon according to my type system, which includes types such as rat, bird, fish, pelican, and elephant.
Elephant.
Elephant type.
What the fuck is elephant type? What has been an elephant aside from like Drowsy?
Vampy.
Oh my god. Okay.
They're both the elephant type. Anyway, I'll work on that and I'll share it with you guys. Because I think it could have the, possibility to revolutionize the Pokemon series.
We could revolutionize of like, we only use Pokemon that look like something, something, something.
Exactly.
Like when we were talking about Tropius, I was like, what if we just use Pokemon that look like trees, man? Like Sudowoodo and Tropius and Exeggutor and like
oh man.
That
and, if my team was Tropius, Exeggutor, and Sudowoodo,
it would be great.
I think I would just uninstall the game from my computer.
Look, Sudowoodo is like, it got me through a good chunk of Crystal. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I had some pretty solid moves from him.
I banked it immediately. I know you guys used him, but I banked it immediately.
I didn't take her to the Elite Four, but,
fair. Okay, so we'll have to think about typings, but yeah, I'm leaning towards starting Turtwig, unless that's stepping on anyone's toes. I know that I'm gonna guess that Cam is looking at starting a Torchic next gen. We'll see.
You mean a Chimchar?
Oh God, when is Torchic?
Torchic is now.
Oh, it was
Torchic is now. That's what Blaze Boy was, a Torchic.
Imagine if I knew which Pokemon were in which generation or anything about this game. Okay. So Cam might be looking at doing a Chimchar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we'll have to figure that out.
I'm happy to be Piplup.
You're Piplupping?
I will be happy to Piplup.
Okay.
I've always been Team Piplup, so...
Well, that would be our 3 starters. So if we want to do that, we can do that. It is pretty cool that Turtwig has the world on his back eventually. So maybe I'll consider like a grass gym leader challenge. So that could be cool.
I'm trying to remember the gym leaders in Gen 4.
What did you say?
I'm trying to remember the gym leaders in Gen 4. I played through Platinum once, and I don't think I ever played like Diamond or Pearl. And that was when Platinum was released, so it was like 15 years ago. So my memory is very weak.
Wow. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Is that when it was 06?
Oh, that's when Diamond and Pearl were 06.
Wow.
Platinum was like soon after.
That was a long gap, wasn't it? Sapphire's like 01, 02. Or Emerald.
03.
03. Oh, okay.
03.
That makes more sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, was it you who shared the story about Ruby and Sapphire? In the real world Japan? Was that you or was that Cam?
Can you remind me what you're talking about?
YouTube video. It talks about how like the magma aqua conflict in Ruby and Sapphire represented an actual thing happening in Japan at the time.
That was Cam.
That was Cam.
That was me.
In that case, let's wait until next Sunday update to talk about that, because that's like such a cool way to sort of just like characterize the whole story. But I think it's really neat. We definitely should talk about it next update. Because these games actually had a real world like foundation to their stories, which I did not anticipate in the slightest, given what they're about. But it's actually a really I was about to say really real, but like a really authentic description of what was going on in Japan at the time. So we'll have to talk about that next week.
Nintendo does a good job of having like ties to the real world, certain mythologies, folklore, cultural shout outs. Like they do really well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, that's pretty much all I got for this week.
Yeah, that's it. I'm only thinking about the future because we have a week and a half.
We have a week and a half.
March ends on a Wednesday.
I know.
So theoretically, there still could be more gameplay after next week's Sunday update.
Yeah.
In Gen 3.
Yeah. We'll have to see where we're at with that. Because you might be close to done, but I don't know if you actually will be done.
I still have 4 gyms.
You have 4 gyms plus E4 plus... Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we'll see.
I could probably do the 4 gyms before Sunday update and then E4 after.
That'd be cool.
That's probably what's going to have to happen.
Yeah. Well, that's exciting for this week. I'm going to be doing some legendary hunting and puzzling, which we talked about earlier. So maybe that's 2 or 3 streams. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. But, yeah. And I think, unfortunately for anyone watching, like, Cam's probably going to be off for a while. He should be back in April. Actually, he'll be back at the next Sunday update, right? So, yeah. That'll be cool. And we just got a suggestion in the chat of what to do in Gen 4, which I think we should discuss on our group text. But, yeah. So Cam will be off next week, but I'll probably have some morning streams. Sirmina will have a couple evening streams. I'll post a schedule for that as soon as I'm able. That'll go up on our Twitter and on our Facebook. We might be streaming multi-platform depending on how this actually went. I want to go back and look at what things actually looked like. But otherwise, we'll definitely always be on YouTube. So if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do. And thanks to, I think, Golden XX Trap is our newest subscriber. Super cool to have a new sub this week. And... yeah, that's all I got.
Yep, I'm good here.
Cool. So we'll see you all for update next week. It will be all 3 of us, assuming Cam doesn't hit any super bad traffic. So you guys will get to hear about how the Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald games actually paralleled, like, some historical stuff going on in Japan. We'll get to hear about the tragedy of Thalma's death and how the next 4 gyms go for the grass gym leader, Hiker Sirmina.
Love facing hikers. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's an easy, free win. It's great.
It's some free X for the old team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Caves. Unless there's Zubat. Caves.
Geodude.
Hikers. So fun.
Hikers.
Swimmers. I can't wait for all the water types when we get to the eastern part of the map. Oh my god. It's going to be a blessing.
You're going to eat those tentacles up. Oh.
I'm talking about the other water types, like the trainers, like they're like Love Disc and shit like that. Yeah.
I guess the poison sting from Tentacool will actually be kind of annoying.
Fuck that. I'm just gonna use dig, so my babies are gonna dig under the water and then hit the tentacle. It's gonna be great.
I'm gonna Google later why Tentacool is just the most encountered Pokemon in all Pokemon games.
I don't know.
Don't know, man. Okay. Well, everybody watching, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you all next week.
Bye, y'all.